Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm playing with Christy's Beautiful Life board, 30 Days of Sketches, Series 14, and this was day 4 from Brandi Jo. I don't know why my image cut off a little bit, but it is what it is. I have all of these pictures of my youngest on her 6th birthday, which was years and years and years ago. So I did pull out this polka dot from my stash, but it is also in my counterfeit kit, and I thought I'd use both of them. I don't, but I thought I would, so the first thought was this was going to be the background, because Brandi Jo has something like confetti or sprinkles or something like that on her background in the sketch. I thought I'd use that, and then I looked at it and went, that was way too busy. I'm not doing that. So I cut down 2 pieces of white cardstock, not very easily. I definitely need a new blade, and I was just being lazy. Next time, I definitely don't do it yet either. But the time after that, I'm definitely going to change my blade. I don't know. Sometimes it is what it is. I thought of ripping those 2 together, but I didn't want all of that cardstock to be used underneath. It would have made a nicer tear to match this up, but I didn't. So then I did pick out this color of green and the lime green that will be up here in a second, because in the pictures, my youngest is wearing her Ninja Turtle shirt, and she was not opposed to wearing quote unquote boys' clothes when she was this age. We shopped wherever she liked the stuff, so it didn't really matter. So she liked Ninja Turtles, so we bought her Ninja Turtle stuff. So she also wore Spider-Man and Darth Vader, and she liked those kind of things. She thought it was not very cool that retailers didn't make those kind of things for girls, but it is what it is, and I digress. So I'm just doing the same thing on this upper right corner, and same thing with this limey greeny color, and the same thing with this darker color. So I'm just going to piece the lime in there. The lime is going to change again anyway, and then I'm just going to rip a piece of this dark green off, because I can use as much of that to save for the dark green, because I can use it on other stuff very easily. So I'm going to put tape on the top and the bottom of this and slide it underneath the polka dot. I also chose the polka dot because the wrapping paper for her presents that I'm scrapbooking today are polka dot on white, so why not? And then I'm just going to slide this underneath. It looks very square right now, but I am going to take the corners off, and then I'm just going to rip them so they're not so stark and square. Well, the rest of that looks okay after I get the photos and stuff on, so it's not a big deal. But to me right now, it looks really straight. And I'm just going to do the same thing for this other side. I'm going to slide this underneath. Not all of that's going to stay, but it's okay. And then this is going to go underneath, because that's not too bad. And then I did debate on putting the dark green in between the lime and the polka dot. So I'm looking there. It's okay. It's kind of a weird shape here. That would have worked okay too. I just wanted to keep the consistency with the other side. So looking at that, I'm going to rip this off. And I like that better. And then this is just going to slide underneath. And I'm going to do some ripping and placing and get my head in the way. And then instead of pulling this out, I'm just going to glue it in there, because I don't need to tuck or do anything else with this on this side. I hadn't decided for sure, but I'm not going to. So now I'm going to start cutting down pictures. So I am going to deviate from Brandi Jo's sketch just a little bit. On her right side, she's got lots of pictures, and so I'm going to do lots of pictures on both sides. So I am sorting these out from, she had 2 gifts. She had one, I think it was from her sister, which are these ones. And so I did 2 in a 3x4 and then 6 in a 2x3, and just cutting them down so they fit and they work. and top and bottom. And so that one's going to go in that empty spot there. And then we're going to do the other side. So this is what I was thinking. On Brandi Jo, she just has 2 pictures on this side. I want to get as many pictures on this as possible because I have a lot of them. So, and now I'm looking at the ones where she's opening her other present. And so I am going to do, so I did think about doing 9 2x3s on this side, but I don't want to cut out all of my oldest's face while her sister opens her presents because it is just priceless. So I'm going to pick out 2 that I really like of Matea and her watching her sister open, and then some fun ones of Evie opening. I made sure when I cut Matea off of these ones that I'm cutting into 2x3s, I did put them aside, and I might just do a little page for her on her sister's birthday. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but her look on her face is priceless and I love it. She's always been more excited about everybody else's presents than ever her own. So that's a lovely place to be. And then, so I wanted to keep these 4x6 ones in their entirety so I can keep Matea. So I'm going to cut these down to be a 3x6, and they are going to be a little short for those 2x3s on the top, but I don't care, and it works, and why not? So I'm just going to cut these down. Make sure everybody's head stays in. And then I decided I wanted this one instead because it is super sweet. So I'm just going to, instead of grabbing my machine, I'm just going to, my cutter, I don't know. I should be able to talk properly. I'm not, but that's okay. I'm just going to cut it apart. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. And then this is kind of what I'm thinking out for layout for the pictures. So not quite what Brandi Jo had, but I think it gets the feel across. I pulled out some of these glitterly enamel dots, and I'm just looking through some of the stash that I put aside. So looking for titles, and I don't know, and there wasn't a lot of birthday stuff in that, and I was like, nah, I don't know. I'm just going to get all of this down. So that's the one, that's both sides already down. I didn't make you watch that. And then we'll look through some other stuff to see. This was all Easter stuff, and I am going to do some Easter layouts this month. So I'm putting that all in the same spot. And so looking through some more stuff, see what I can find. And then I remembered I had this birthday one. So, and it's the right colors because of those polka dots. And so I'm going to use this happy birthday. And so I thought maybe here, and I'm going to use this presents. And I thought the presents on the left side and the birthday on the right side, because the presents has a little bit of an arrow on it, but I don't like that. So on the sketch, the happy birthday is underneath, but that's not where it's going. So I'm going to trim this arrow off, and the presents is going to go down here because why not? And then I'm going to put some enamel dots down, and they are going to change spots because I am not happy with that big white blank spot. And I could have put another picture on here, but I have enough to tell the story of how excited the little one gets and the expressions of the big one. So yeah, I'm going to pull out a tag. I'm going to pull out, I use a B off of this, but I don't think that got on camera because I think I added it right after. But I'm going to use these Some Days Hip Kit Club ones to embellish with these flowers. And a lot of these cutouts, die cuts, they're on some other ones of this kiddo's pages in her book, so it'll work really nicely. I also pulled out a different tag. This one's an Allie Edwards one, and it came in like a notepaddy kind of thing, which is awesome. And I'm going to cut out the green in the lime and the hunter kind of green, that dark green. And I'm going to use both of them as kind of a background, but I'm going to put the tag hole in them too. So that's going to give a basis for this, and I like that more. And it pulls those two greens into a third area, which I really like. And so I'm looking at, what do I want to do? Kind of sort of like that. It'll probably end up being either 2 more pages for this kiddo in her birthday for this year, because I have that many photos, or it'll end up in a pocket page. So I did put the rest of that paper away with the rest of those pictures and the rest of this some days die cuts, so that I can have some consistency in those. And then I'm just looking at where I'm going to put these down. I liked the way this one went across the bottom, and it kind of just frames that so it looks like it's definitely supposed to be there. I liked the way that looked. So, and then this one's going to go right underneath the presents. I thought I might have to cut it down, but it's just going to slide up just fine. I did have to move that enamel dot, but whatever. And then I pulled out this green ribbon. It's really thin, but I thought it would work well for this page, and I'm going to wrap it around and tie it up. And this one's going to get a tiny attached at the bottom here, and rewrap it because I didn't like how this was sitting. And then it's going to get cut and attached with the tiny attacher on this side. And I like that. It gives some movement to the page. And I don't know, I think it's pretty now. And it gets all those flowers on here. So just going to trim off a little bit. This one's going to go there. And then this other one's going to go on the bottom here. Oh, there's that bee. And then I'm going to put this one on and then move an enamel dot. I am going to sneak a few more enamel dots on after I turn the camera off, because I forgot to do that. And then I looked at it and went, I want some more sparkly bits. So you might be able to see those in the close-up. I'm going to do my journaling, and it says, what a wonderful birthday. And that she wanted Pokemon cards and a stuffed animal, a stuffed puppy for her birthday. And that's what she got. And then the date. And so here are some close-ups as I stand up to get closer to the camera. And then there'll be some still shots to follow as well. You'll see some of the extra dots that I've added. She was so meticulous when she unwrapped her presents at that age. And thanks so much for watching. There is another playlist here and a subscribe button. And if you haven't hit the like, I would appreciate it. Have a great day.